Good afternoon, parents, guardians and students, and welcome to our Grade 3-4 Humanities Open Day.
This presentation is brought to you by our Grade 3-4 teaching team here at Footscray North Primary School. I hope you enjoy what we've prepared for you.
We would like to acknowledge the traditional owners of the land,
the Boonwurrung and the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation,
on which we are gathered, and pay our respects to the elders both past and present. Humanities education provides students with knowledge and skills to understand how the world came about and how it got to where it is today. It enables students to find out about how different the land, places and people were centuries ago to how they are now. They are also able to develop problem-solving and critical thinking skills and see how the world might change in the future. We teach humanities to inform students about different countries' histories. We aim to teach students about past and present and the way in which people from different cultures live today. Our Humanities department is all about inclusion and acceptance. We pride ourselves with being a diverse, multicultural school where everybody feels that they are welcome and have a place within our school. Within our class, the values that we promote and hold are respect, equality, diversity, compassion, resilience, fairness and belonging. Humanities education covers 4 different areas within humanities. In history lessons, students gain knowledge, understandings, and an appreciation of the past and the forces that shape societies, including the Australian society. We teach geography so that students can explore, analyse, and understand the characteristics of the places that make up the world and understand the Indigenous links that relate to country and place. We teach the topic civics and citizenship so that students can explain how decisions can be made democratically and the role of the local government. They recognise the importance of rules and distinguish between rules and laws. They describe how people participate in their community as active citizens and factors that shape a person's identity and sense of belonging. We teach students about economics and business so that students can understand the process of economic and business decision making at the personal, local, national, regional and global levels and the effects of these decisions on themselves and others now and in the future.
In our class, we use the ATISL standards 1.4 and 2.4 to help guide our teaching. In regards to 1.4, strategies for teaching Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander students, we state that teachers need to be able to demonstrate broad knowledge and understanding of the impact of culture. We implement this within our classroom to make sure we are providing a comfortable and respectful environment so that students can speak freely about their culture and design inquiry activities around the students' cultural heritage so they feel included within their classroom environment. In relation to Standard 2.4, understand and respect Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people to promote reconciliation between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians. This is demonstrated in our class by letting students learn about the past and present issues between Indigenous and non-Indigenous Australians so that questions can be asked, cultural barriers can come down, and everyone in the class, no matter what culture they are, can speak freely and openly with regards to respect for histories, cultures and languages. We discuss as a class what respect is in the classroom, what it looks like and what it sounds like, and then we relay it to the world in relation to respect for Indigenous and Torres Strait Islanders. Students are taught the significance of welcome to country. Reconciliation is taught to students by first of all teaching them about the meaning of reconciliation and how it is the mending of a relationship. It is then applied to a larger world context, such as the sorry speech made by Kevin Rudd. Relationships is also taught in our school so that students learn about how to have respectful relationships with family and friends. The significance of teaching this to students is so that history will not repeat itself and so that students can evaluate the lack of respectful relationships in the past and reflect on the impact that it had on the wrongdoings within Australian historical events, especially with Indigenous Australians. Our approach to significant dates is making sure that we approach them in a culturally sensitive way. We always invite Indigenous community members to our celebration days, such as Harmony Week, National Reconciliation Week, NAIDOC Week, and National Sorry Day. In our classroom, we always make sure that students are given ample time to research the history behind the day and why it is celebrated or remembered.
We take a hands-on approach to learning within our Grade 3-4 team as much as we can, and we like students to be actively participating in their learning. We achieve this by taking students on excursions, such well as having students go out and participate in hands-on humanities-based activities in the community and within the classroom. Within our classes, we use a range of different methods when doing activities to ensure we cater for all the different learners. This reflects on Gardner's model, as he believes that everyone learns a different way. I believe it is vital to cater for each student's different learning styles so that we are giving each student a fair chance to learn, understand, gain information, and progress forward in their learning. We promote and push inquiry-based learning, which is a form of active learning where students pose questions, problems, or scenarios that they are curious or unsure about. Then they go on and do further research about the questions themselves. It gives the learning a real meaningful purpose to each individual, as they can inquire about what they are interested in or inquire about what they are struggling with the concept of. We are lucky enough in our school to have Aboriginal elders that live in our community who come in every few weeks to read the students narratives of Dreamtime stories, talk about the history of Aboriginal culture, and give the students opportunities to participate in traditional Aboriginal activities such as learning the language and song and dance. In our school, we believe it is essential to give students the opportunities to hear from people in their community with real-life experiences, as it brings meaning and a purpose to the information and learning. Digital elements are embedded into our classroom teaching. Digital technology gives students access to fast assessment, visualizations, learning games, simulations, videos, and annotation technology, which gives a richer learning environment towards a fuller understanding of concepts. We focus largely on collaborative learning in our humanities classes, as we strongly believe in Vygotsky's social constructivist approach to learning, that learning emphasises the importance of shared interaction and collaboration, where groups construct knowledge together with and for each other. Our school is very multicultural, so when students are learning about different cultures' histories, geography, and language, they may be able to learn from their peers based on their backgrounds, prior knowledge, and experience. As often as we can, we implement place-based learning in our humanities lessons. Place-based learning is where students are taken out of the classroom to do their learning and instead learn actively in their immediate schoolyard, neighbourhood, town, or community. Students have reported liking play-based learning as it is authentic, engaging, and they are able to use most of their senses when learning, which promotes the depth of their learning. Place-based education immerses students in local heritage, culture, landscapes, opportunities, and experiences as a foundation for their study.
The Bungee exhibit covers areas within the curriculum such as number 1, the diversity and longevity of Australia's First Peoples, and 2, the significance of country and place to Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples who belong in the local area. We would use this excursion to introduce students to the culture of the topic. We would then base the rest of our work on what they witness at the exhibit so that their learning is authentic. Other excursion sites that we will take students to are Footscray Park and Shrine of Remembrance.
Students will be then given the chance to take what they learn in place-based learning and use it in their own personal projects. At Footscray North Primary School, we ensure we assess and celebrate students' work throughout the unit and at the end. Our teaching team uses assessment of, for, and as learning. This means we have a deeper understanding of each of the students' achievements. Before starting any unit of inquiry, we work collaboratively in class discussions, mind maps, and questioning. This allows us as teachers to assess for learning, what they know, and where they need to go to be successful. We assess as learning by asking questions and letting the students ask us questions, so we know where they are, where they need to go, and how they'll get there. We monitor this by students keeping a journal of their progress, observations, and struggles. Students regularly reflect and share their work in small groups. This allows them to peer assess and give feedback. We also create opportunities to celebrate the students throughout and especially at the end of the unit, so they could show they have met their goals and the standards we have set. This is done either in class, at assembly, or involving parents, carers, or wider family in showcasing each of the students' accomplishments.